Sorry about that. It's just there was an issue I needed to fix. Okay, so I'm going to start this again. 3, 2, 1, go. So as I said, this is Dark Forces, first game in the Jedi Knight series, and the category is all secrets. It's kind of an arbitrary category because it doesn't really unlock anything or do anything different. You just get to explore the levels a little more, so it's very challenging. So that's the fun of the whole thing. It's a very difficult category. I'd even go so far as to say it's the hardest category of this game, because there's a lot of movement, a lot of platforming, and a lot of stuff you have to do. That's what I was trying to do. So we need to lower that thing and escape it quickly enough so we can get that secret. What we're going to be doing and exploiting a lot in this game is completing objectives and then collecting the rest of the secrets because it's faster in some levels. And one thing about this game is that some of the secrets are in really ridiculous locations, so casually it's good luck finding them. But I want to give a big shout out to Cormac Hollander, who was kind of the person who originally routed this category, and bigger shout outs to Wergoose, who found out a lot of skip syntax in this category. That was a mistake. Let's fix that. But yeah, the biggest problem with All Secrets category is that it's very easy to lose time on the smallest things, like missing a jump. So it can be a little bit difficult. And like I said, it's probably the hardest category in the game. Okay, so there's a couple of other really unique exploits to this game's engine that we'll be using that are exclusive to All Secrets, but I'll make sure to mention those as they come. This level's got a lot of them, and they're all over the place, so this level's a little bit longer. It's a lot longer than it is in any %, and so we're done with that level. As you see, I have these numbers at the top right of the screen, and really the only reason for that is to have the secret counter, which is the S in the 0%. This just makes it easier to check that we got the secrets, rather than pulling up our PDA to do that. So this level is really short. It's really kind of hastily put together, because there's not a whole lot of exploration to do, and there's only 3 secrets. And one thing I forgot to mention is that for the secret areas, we don't actually have to pick up the items in them. We only have to be in the area where the secret trigger is to technically get the secret. And we'll be utilizing that a lot, because we don't actually need some of the items that are in the secrets. We will get some of them, because they will be useful in some areas, but most of them are pretty arbitrary. Also, for anyone curious, I am running this on DOSBox on max cycles. There is a source port for this game called DarkXL. Don't run the game on it because it's a bad source port. It's technically not finished, and there's like this bug with one of the buttons that makes you just kind of fly, which is not how the game is intended to be played. It's also a complete engine rewrite, so it's not accurate. So that's the end of all the secrets in this level. We just need to get back to the place where we started. The levels kind of vary between like ending instantly and having to go back to certain areas to end the levels. So this is one of the ones where you have to go back. Alright, so now we're on to level 3. This is easily the biggest run killer in this category because there is a specific set of TD jumps, which are explosive boosts with thermal detonators that are very difficult to pull off. Well, one of them is, and the other one's pretty easy, but if you screw up one of them, this level's basically going to be really slow, so we're going to be careful here. Got the first one, and this allows us to get 2 of the secrets right there easily and come right back here. Now here comes the second one, which is a lot trickier, and if we screw this up, we have to restart the level. Which is unfortunate, but it can happen. Got it. Okay, thank God. This is already going to be better than the last time I did All Secrets. I did this at the first Shots Fired, the All Secrets category. I was supposed to do any %, but they told me to do All Secrets because we had time to fill, and I was not prepared for it, and I butchered this level really badly. So now we have all the secrets on this level, so we're just going to get to the end. But yeah, thermal detonators will play a very important role in the run because a lot of sequence breaks happen because of having extra thermal detonators, which again I'm just going to call TDs because it's easier that way. But there will be other forms of boosting we'll be doing. So at the beginning of this level there's a secret right at the start, but we're not going to get until the very end because it's faster to get it then. But this level is a good example of how different All Secrets is, because normally there is a set of TD jumps we can do to get out of this level faster once we've completed the main objective, but It's we actually have to go through most of the level the intended way in order to do it for all secrets. Also, this jump is stupid. It saves 10 seconds if you get it, but I'm not getting it, so I'm not gonna bother. Just do this the intended way. I don't really care. But this level is pretty cool. There's a couple of sequence breaks we actually do here. So normally you're supposed to get key cards to figure out that password, but it's the same every time. And now here comes the big sequence break of this level. I'm gonna focus a little bit to get it first. That is Frick Jump. This is Frick Metal that we just collected, and that's the main objective of the level. And normally we could TD jump out the way we came in, but because we have to get the rest of the secrets, it's just faster to go through this the intended way. Which is another reason, again, why this is a cool category, because you see a lot more of the level you normally wouldn't. We also just picked up the repeater. The repeater is actually a stupid-looking weapon, but it's very useful. Don't sleep on it. It's actually very, very useful to have, because it's incredibly accurate, unlike the blaster rifle. It also has the ability to push enemies back, which is ridiculously convenient. Also, my health is a little bit low because I messed up some TD jumps. I may have to do this a slightly slower way, depending on how the next, like, 20 seconds go. Actually, let me check and see. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this the slower way. My health is too low. Normally you can just TD jump up here to get to this faster, but unfortunately you need to have a certain amount of health to make a fall. And I was worried I might have lost it, especially because there's still enemies here. Can you get out of the way? Thank you. I should also mention that this... Okay, that was interesting. I should mention that there's not a whole lot of enemy RNG you have to worry about in this game. This game is very execution heavy. So, most of the time enemies don't pose a problem with how they move or with how they behave, so that's kind of nice, but you have to more worry about actually not missing jumps and such. I'm going to do a little shortcut here to get the last secret. So this is Gromus. Gromus is the most boring level in the entire game, because no matter what category you do, it's basically the same. There are 4 secrets in Gromus. Where they were placed is really, really disappointing because they could have done so much better. So let's get them. First one's here. Second one's here. Third one's there. Fourth one's here. How exciting. They put them all in one spot. That's not lazy game design whatsoever. Alright, so the main thing is we wanted to beat that platform from rising to the top. We actually beat it by a large amount. And the main reason we want to do that is because we want to be able to jump straight down to this part. So coming up here is an area that I screwed up really badly at SGDQ. We didn't screw up this time because we used the safe strat, which I didn't really know how to do at SGDQ, so... yeah, that jumping to that area right there saves a little bit of time because normally you have to collect a blue key card and go to another door to get there. It's kind of a developer-intended sequence break. And so here's another cool little thing we can do. Each weapon, or most weapons, have an alt fire. The thermal detonators, the normal fire is it explodes on contact. The alt fire allows you to lob it and it explodes after a second. We can utilize that by lobbing them through moving walls and doors, and it allows us to kill the Dark Trooper in that area before he actually comes out. And this is another little cool thing here. Normally you're supposed to hit that switch and wait for these doors to go down and then run through them. But if you hit them from the other side, you can just go straight ahead and not have to worry about waiting. This is faster, and it also prevents you from having to play a guessing game, which is really nice. A casual streamer actually found this, and I don't remember his name, but God bless you, whoever you are, because that made that part way less stressful. So we just do a TD jump here because it's faster to get to the beginning again. So now we're going on to prison, or detention center. This level is really annoying because it has the most secrets in the entire game. I think there's like, there's 11, and they're all in the same like general like structure. You have to blow away a hidden wall, but this level's really complex and really requires a lot of navigating. But the plus side is like research. There's keys we're supposed to use to unlock a door, but we don't have to do that because the door code is the same every time, which is kind of convenient. So we're going to blow away this wall to get a secret. This also gives us the fusion cutter. It's not a useful weapon at all because it doesn't actually work like exactly how it's intended to. We're going to jump there after we shoot that to get up to this area. Getting rid of some secrets. Also, just love that there's a wall with stormtroopers just kind of chilling out there. Probably got like trapped in there like, oh my god, somebody just let us out. So before we can get to the end of the level, we have to get the secrets, which requires us to do some exploration. Oh wow, they didn't kill me. So we're going to kill ourselves just to get full shields again and just to help blow up the mines to deal with the enemies. There's an overabundance of them in this area. Come on. There you go. Where am I? There you go. And there's another kind of cool little secret here. When you go into that room that I just blew up, there's a hole in the wall that shows you that switch. It's just kind of a hint that you're supposed to shoot it to get that secret. We're going to skip this next floor because we don't need to be here. And we're going to go to this floor to get the get two particular secrets. Get that one real quick. And then this one. Again, a lot of these secrets are just... There's honestly no context clue for some of them on how you're supposed to know that there's a secret there. Like, the cracks in the walls are dead giveaways, obviously, but that last one I just got, how are you supposed to know that that's a secret? So now we're going into one of the more interesting secrets of this level after we get this one. This one's actually really annoying because you're supposed to crouch jump up to it, but you don't always go in there. That's pretty cool. But we have this little secret here, which is actually a developer-intended secret route, which is kind of cool. But how you're supposed to do that is a little bit ambiguous, so it's kind of hard to figure that out. We just got 2 more secrets to go. Hopefully we can get a good cycle with this. Okay, we didn't, but that's fine. If you get this at the right time, you can actually like beat this crusher, and that saves a little bit of time. And we're gonna go through here. And here's the door code. There we go. So now we're on to Ramses. Ramses is normally a pretty boring level, and it still kind of is. There's a couple of cool little secrets to find, though. And this one we use a TD jump here. Normally you're supposed to take an elevator and then jump to this, but obviously it's faster to do it this way. Also, I love the fact that that secret's there because it's just surrounded by explosive barrels. We just took a little shortcut here. We're going to do another little shortcut here. This saves us having to do the switch puzzle for this. It saves a few seconds. It's not that big of a time saver. Alright, I'm going to get a little more... This level is also important because it's where you can restock up on thermal detonators because of those enemies. They always have them and drop them, so we're going to get at least... We want to have at least 20. You don't really need that many, but it's a safe number to go by. So we're gonna go get this secret right here. It's funny because this actually isn't a secret. This is going this way is what? What? Hello? That was interesting. Another enemy shot that thing up, but the area we went to isn't the secret. It's actually unlocks this area, which is where the secret is, which is kind of interesting that they made that so unnecessarily like complicated. Yeah, you play as Kyle Katarn in this game. And now that we're getting towards a certain area, we're going to try and do a death warp. Successfully do a death warp anyways, because it saves a few seconds. There we go. Nice. That just gets us out of the room faster. It's one of the... It's a death warp you actually use in any percent, but it's just very useful in any category, really. So, we got a few more secrets to find. These secrets in this part, I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to get them without doing explosive boosting, which makes me wonder if explosive boosting was actually an intended mechanic in the game. But I don't think they realized to the extent how abusable it is. So it's kind of cool if that is the case, but I'm not sure how you're supposed to get some of those without explosive boosting. I've never died there. That's pretty cool. Normally that mine doesn't do like that much damage, so That was cool. So now we're going on to robotics. Robotics is a fun level. There's ice physics in robotics. We're going to hopefully ignore them for the most part. Normally you're supposed to get ice cleats at the beginning of the level, but it's kind of out of the way. And there's only a couple of areas where it can be a problem, but this has a really unique exploitation of secrets. So we're just going to peek over this ledge carefully. And you'll see the percentage counter go up, saying that we have found a secret. Normally you're supposed to go in an area underneath there instead. But by just walking over them, you can actually count as getting the secrets. So that's kind of cool. It's also very fast because normally getting all that is it takes quite a bit of time. Come on, there we go. We jump through here. And we're gonna get this secret here. This is a little bit annoying. Hopefully, okay, I only killed one of them, wonderful. But once we get this secret, we actually need to collect that red key in order to get out. And normally there's a room with poison gas here. We hit the switch that deactivates it though, so we don't have to worry about it. Can you get up there? I don't know why I wasn't going in there. That's kind of cute. Come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle! Thank you. That was annoying. Also, we're gonna wait to grab that full revive because you're supposed to land on it and get the full revive so you don't take damage. However, the frame rate of this game is so high that you take the damage after you pick up the full revive, which is kind of interesting. This game runs at like 70 FPS on max cycles, which is kind of cool. So now we're going to encounter the first, like... I should have mentioned this earlier, but there's two types of Dark Troopers in this game. One of them is a melee Dark Trooper. That's the first one we encountered. And then there's that guy, who is the other Dark Trooper. I just call him the Dark Trooper. And they have assault cannons and missiles, and they do a lot of damage. So that was the first one. Dies pretty easily because of weapon supercharge. Also, those are the ice cleats we were supposed to get at the beginning of the level. If you do actually do this level the intended way, you need to get the ice cleats, because there's one particular area where you have to go through ice physics in a very enclosed spot. And this is the last secret here. Wait, no it's not, I'm missing a secret. Oh, I know which one I'm missing. Okay, I can go back and get it real quick. This kind of sucks, but I was stupid and completely overlooked it. That's fine. This is another thing that sucks about all secrets, is if you miss one, you have to have fun guessing which one you missed. But luckily I know which one it is, so... Okay, I have to be a little bit careful when I fall here, because I do not want to fall off the edge and die. Hopefully it can... Okay, there we go. Luckily the level's over, though, so I can just, like... What's the word I'm looking for? I can just go back and... There we go. Yeah, there we go. So that kind of was okay. Went badly, but I forgot that secret. I always forget that one. So this is Narshada. This is a start of 3 levels in particular that are normally really short on any percent. These levels are a lot different on 100% because you have to do a lot of exploration. This level is actually 17 seconds long in NA percent, just to give you an idea. So it kind of makes them actually really fun because you get to see more of the level. And try not to forget a secret on this one because it's easy to do that. Here's another secret I'm not sure how you're supposed to get without explosive boosting. Now that we have it, we're just going to kill ourselves to spawn out really fast. Done everything we needed to there, and we're just going to take a shortcut here. Because normally you're supposed to go up an elevator and then fall to that, but you can just TD jump up to it. It's pretty cool. This category's gone through a lot of micro optimizations lately. Or not lately, but hold on. Going the wrong way. She also mentioned it's very easy to get lost in Narshada. This is one of the more maze-like levels. We're also killing that enemy for his concussion rifle. The concussion rifle is a pretty useful weapon. Need to get a couple more secrets. Oh, damn it, that was really unlucky. That can happen sometimes. You just have to try and get back in. And we're going to try and do something cool here. Hopefully we pull it off. We just edge ourselves right to the end of that elevator. We don't actually have to go down the elevator to get the secret. That saves up about, like, 8 seconds. So that's pretty cool. And now we can actually make it towards the last secret as well as the end of the level. Just blow away this hidden wall right here. Not hidden wall, it's not actually hidden. Whatever the word is, destructible wall, that's what I wanted to say. We're going to do a TD jump across here. This skips having to get a key. It saves a lot of time actually to do it that way. So now that we have all the... I didn't want to pick up that weapon, but that's the fusion cutter. I guess that's kind of a way to show it off. I didn't really want to use it, but we want to use the repeater here because the repeater's kind of cool because you can do a lot of damage per second with it by alternating the primary and secondary fire modes. Basically allows you to shoot 4 shots off instantly, which does a lot of damage. And now we're in Jabba's. This level starts out really cool because you don't have your gear, and you have to punch this dragon. And how this fight goes is totally dictated by RNG. So that was really good RNG. If we die when we give him the final punch, that's like the best luck you can get because it spawns you closer to the door that opens up. But we need to get this blue key because we need to get our stuff. There's 3 objectives in this level, which are to get our stuff, get a Navicard, and rescue Jan. The plus side to this is, in any percent I should say, you don't actually have to do the objectives in order, but in this, because we're doing all secrets, we have to do it in order. So this is level 2 of 3, which is very different from any percent. But the important thing in that last room is we wanted to pick up that shield supercharge because it's going to make getting through here easier, but there's a risk of us dying because shield supercharge doesn't protect you from melee damage, which is kind of neat. So if you die at any time from melee damage, you'll lose your shield supercharge. And it kind of is hard because it's guarded by Gamorreans, which punch you, which don't do a lot of damage, but they can add up really quick. So we're going to get a couple secrets here. Also, I'm sure for the casual viewer who's never actually seen Dark Forces, this is probably really hard to follow. It's also really hard to explain every single aspect of this. It's a very complicated category. So I apologize if I missed something. So we hit that switch to lower the elevator and then get the yellow key because it just allocates time use a little better. I'm worried I might have missed another secret, but I don't think I did. And if I did, I don't know which one it is, and if that's the case, too bad, because this level's too freaking big. Like I said, I haven't really practiced this category as much as I should have, because I've been very busy the past couple of weeks. But I think we're okay. It's hard to tell, because it's easy to forget stuff in this, because there's so much. Yeah, actually, we're fine. We got all the secrets. We're gonna get all the secrets anyways. So yeah, normally you do this out of order, but you do it the intended way with this category. So we're gonna get another little secret here. Now we need to go rescue Jan, which also leads to the last secret, which is the most arbitrary secret in the entire game because it doesn't give you anything. And it's really hard to get. So hopefully we get it first try. Otherwise we're going to be in for one hell of a ride. Got it, okay, cool. Yeah, there's one like way up there. Technically I think you're supposed to be able to hit it while you're falling, but I've never been able to pull that off. And that just opens up that door, which has absolutely nothing in it. So now we're on Imperial City. This is a pretty interesting level. I don't know if Boba Fett's dead or not, so we're killing Boba Fett behind that wall. Okay, he is dead. So doing that is going to allow us to have completed the level right at the very beginning. So we get that secret and then death warp back here and get the objectives completed prompt. Normally, you're supposed to do every single objective to trigger the ending of a level, but this is the only exception in the entire game where you can skip objectives because you're supposed to get the other objectives in order to fight Boba Fett, but you can exploit splash damage through that wall to fight him. It's a little bit RNG based, but it's pretty cool. But the big thing for all secrets here is normally in 90% the level would be done by now, but now we have the level objectives completed, so we can end it at any time. So we can end it the minute we get the last secret, which saves us a lot of backtracking, because this level's huge. So now we're going to go in here and take this elevator. Cool little thing with the elevator is if you go onto a ledge and go back onto it, it lowers the elevator for you. So that's a little bit faster. So we just want to do that. I don't know what I was doing there. And now we're at the bottom floor, so we can get to the main building here, which has the last couple secrets to get. I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Just kidding. What are you doing here? That's interesting. Okay, jump up there. Never mind, I'm gonna die. That's actually not a bad deal, because I can just spawn right outside of that room. Alright, I'm worried because I think I might have missed something again. I don't know which one I missed. Which one I could have missed anyways. I went to every secret area, but one of the triggers didn't work. That's a bit odd. I literally went into every secret area. I know I did. Something didn't trigger properly. So that's kind of sucks. We're just going to continue because I should have gotten the secret for it. I don't know what happened, but I know I went into every single secret area. Whatever, this is a marathon run, it's not that big of a deal. So we're just going to change the category to almost all secrets instead. So this level has 2 secrets, and one of them is really stupid because you get a key to get it, and it makes you think you're actually supposed to find something important. But it's very misleading. Like, I really don't know what happened. That I went into every single secret area in the game. In that level. I don't know why it didn't give it to me. But anyways, moving along. I'm gonna do some TD jumps here because it's a lot easier than actually trying to, one, jump across this, because you can, but the frame rate makes it really difficult to pull off. But the intended way is also really slow, so we use TD jumps to get across faster. So this is where the blue key comes in handy for this secret right here. Normally I would like casually get to that and say, oh, I need a blue key, that must be important. But it's not necessary at all, so. Now we hit that switch in order to get to the end area. And just fall here. It's a little bit faster. Okay, I don't know how that triggered the elevator, but alright, forget being fast. That's cool. Did I mention how much I enjoyed Arc Forces? After about 340 hours of playing it, you kind of get tired of it. But we're going to do some TD jumps here, hopefully. I missed that one, that's not that big of a deal. So I can just mind boost up here instead. But there's one more secret we have to get, which is over here. And like one of the other secrets, we can actually just walk up to the ledge and not go down there, which saves a little bit of time. So that's kind of cool. So now we're just going to make our way to the exit, because there is only 2 secrets on this level. There's also only 2 secrets on the next level. The secret placement of these 2 levels is really kind of like lazy, which is a shame because they could have done some really cool stuff here. That's kind of the general theme of the secrets in this game, is they could have done something cool and they didn't. I'm taking a lot of damage. I don't like this. But right there is an instance of another kind of trick in the game. If you use the use key right before an elevator, you can actually activate the elevator without using a switch, which saves a little bit of time, like maybe half a second. It's really not that big of a deal, but it's cool looking, so. So now we're going on to the second to last level. This level's kind of boring. I got splash damage from the mine on that wall, which is really unlucky, but oh well. This just means this level's going to be a little bit slower. Again, it just sucks because I've just not been able to practice this. I've been really busy with school and work and other things that have prevented me from practicing this. And I had 4 games to run, so it's like really unfortunate that I didn't get to practice this one a lot. Also, I died there. That never happens, so I'm kind of surprised. This game's throwing all sorts of weird shit at me, so neato. I am having a great time online today. I'm actually going to kill myself here because I want to have full health to do a mind boost here. And this saves us just having to do some platforming. Fun fact, I'm about to get a secret here that's actually the only secret you intentionally get in any percent, because in any percent this is where you get the assault cannon for the first time. Which is this weapon right here. Just gotta get this secret real quick again. Just have to peer into it, not actually collect anything. And now we get to fight Dark Troopers. So one thing I need to mention about the assault cannon is it's actually faster to fire the gun by rapidly clicking the fire button rather than holding it down. So when you don't have weapon supercharged, that actually does more damage than using weapon supercharge, or than just holding down the fire button, which is kind of neat. There's a couple weapons like that, but the assault cannon's the most useful application of it. And now we have to wait for this thing in order to activate switches to progress it further. It's really slow. It's making me a little frustrated with the rest of this run, so I'm just going to beat that guy up. And continue to punch the switch until it activates. Also, that guy's looking at me funny. Alright, there's a chance this level can soft lock. Let's hope it doesn't happen. It's only ever happened to me once. And now we're on to the final level of the game. This is the longest level in any percent. It's not the... I'm pretty sure it's not the longest on 100%. I haven't really timed it, so... we have to get a couple of secrets. One in particular is kind of out of the way, but kind of cool. But the thing we have to do is first is we need to kill this Dark Trooper, because there's actually a wall blocking the next area, and you have to kill him in order for it to lower, which is kind of interesting. But we got a TD jump up here to get to a switch that leads to a secret. That TD jump is a little bit finicky, though. Alright, and we gotta hit the switch. Again, a little bit finicky. And that reveals this. And now, since we still have shields, we're gonna do an... or maybe we won't, we're gonna do an explosive boost here with those barrels. Normally those barrels will kill you, because they do a lot of damage and they send you flying. But since we have shield supercharged still, we can actually just utilize that. Gonna do this elevator. Okay, we didn't get it that time. That's what happens if you don't get the elevator thing. It's really not a huge time loss. Alright, we're gonna go here to get another secret. Avoiding this crusher. Avoiding, quote unquote. It's actually, we want to take the damage from the crusher because it's faster to get to this and take the damage because we need to kill ourselves to get out of there faster. We're gonna do a cool little TD jump here to skip having to do some of the platforming. Hopefully we get it because this enemy's kind of in the way. It's a little bit strict timing, so very likely that I can miss it. And this is the worst platforming in the entire game right here because you have a really low ceiling. But it's also the last secrets in the level and in the game, period. So now we just have to worry about beating the game. Also pay attention to this dialogue excerpt. I don't know if you heard it, but he said "for freedom." See, Kyle's a role model to me because he stands for everything that it means to be American, even in the Star Wars universe. What a guy. I also have really low health, so I'm actually going to kill myself here just to get full health again. I have a bunch of extra lives, so it's really not a big deal. But, I mean, I could have died there if I didn't have full health. One thing I also never mentioned about explosive boosting in the game is that it's actually really strict timing, so you gotta be a little bit careful when you do it. And it's one of the biggest things that turns off people from running the game is explosive jumping is kind of hard. So we're just gonna make our way down here. We're gonna do a little switch puzzle. Yay! Oh wait, shit, I need to kill these first. Okay, I screwed up one of them. Wow, wonderful. Yeah, I gotta do this again, unfortunately. I messed up. I really... Again, that's what happens when I don't practice. This is entirely my fault. I'm sorry, guys. Now we're good. I shot that one extra time when I wasn't supposed to. The puzzle route I was using for that, though, is if you get it right, the fastest way to do it, because it takes into consideration waiting time between each switch. This run's been total spaghetti. But that's fine. I haven't done it in a while. I eventually want to get a, like, sub 33 in this category, because, like, the record's 33 something, and it's very, very difficult to beat right now for me. Just to give you some insight on how far this category has gone, the original run done by Cormac Hollander was like 41 minutes, and now it's down to 32, or 33. And like my original run I did, it was like 44 something. But we have to kill these Dark Troopers in order to open up this door, which leads to the final boss, which is not going to be terribly exciting. Because he's basically a Dark Trooper. With some minor modifications. And I mean minor, because it's literally one thing is different. Alright, and time's coming up. Here, time. So that was not particularly a good run because I missed a secret on on Imperial City. I still don't know which one didn't register, but something went wrong because I went to every single secret area. I guess I might have just skipped over a trigger or something. But yeah, that was Dark Forces All Secrets. It's a very difficult run. It's fun and rewarding once you do a run, but it is very tricky. So, what was my time? Okay, I guess I'll just figure this out later. Cool. But anyways, that's fun. This is kind of a good way to kick off the Star Wars block. There's some great runs happening, so make sure you catch them all. But yeah, I'm out of here. I will be doing another run later tonight, so